This is lesson 9-1, Understanding Division of Fractions. Our essential question, how can you model division of fractions? And here is a really great picture of how to model that division. So there's two, we can call them pizzas, they could be pies, they could be anything. And then we're dividing those two up into 1/3. So you can see over here they did 1, 2, 3 sections in each. So there's 6 sections altogether. So the answer is 6. No vocab for this lesson. Okay, example number 1. Now when we are dividing with fractions, we do something called stay, change, flip. So that's very important to remember. So if you're going to forget, write it down. So stay, change, flip. And I'm going to show that to you right now. So what that means is the first fraction stays the same. So it stays as 2/3. And then the change part is the division symbol changes to a multiplication symbol. And then the last part, the flip, is that the second fraction flips, and that's called the reciprocal, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. So now remember, when we have a whole number, it's really a whole number over 1, so it would be like 8/1. So if we flip that upside down, it would be 1/8. And then we just multiply straight across. I'm going to look across though and reduce first. So I have 2 and 8, which can both be divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I have 1 times 1 for my numerator is 1, and 3 times 4 is 12 for my denominator. So 1/12 is my answer. Okay, so here's a picture representation, and we're going to see this on independent practice and on your test. So looking at this number line, it goes up to 4. So I know that's my whole number that we're going to be dividing up. Okay, now look at all those circles on there. That is showing me how we're dividing this up. So to find my denominator for my fraction for the second part, I count up how many lines in between each of my numbers, from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. So let's count those. Remember, you don't count the 0. We start at the next one. So there's 1, 2, 3 lines in between each. So that is my denominator. And then for my numerator, I want to count up how many sections are these green circles covering. And they're covering 1, 2 sections each. Okay, so that is my numerator. And then last, to find my answer, all I have to do is count up how many green circles there are. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green circles. So here is my number sentence. 4 divided by 2/3 equals 6. Okay, again, we have another number line. So I know my whole number here is 2 because that's where my number line ends. So I'm dividing up the 2. I need to count how many lines are between each of my numbers. So from 0 to 1, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So that is my denominator. My numerator is going to be how many sections these green circles are covering. So here's my whole green circle, and it's covering 1, 2 sections. So that is my numerator. Then the last part for my answer is how many green circles I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's my number sentence. 2 divided by 2/5 equals 5. Okay, example number 4, we're going to do stay, change, flip. So the first one stays the same, so it's really 7 over 1. Change the division symbol to a multiplication symbol and flip the second fraction. So instead of 1/3, it's going to be 3 over 1. And I look across and I can't really divide anything because they both have 1s. So I'm going to just go ahead and multiply straight across. 7 times 3 is 21, and 1 times 1 is 1. So my answer is 21. All right, here are 3 practice problems. You have 1 number line, and then 2 and 3, you need to do stay, change, flip. Don't forget a word problem or a question if you're confused about something, and rate your understanding.